Anyway, that's enough about me. I think it's time to go to that history lesson that I want to show you today. So we're going to talk about the Disneyland and how it all came about, what Walt was doing when he thought of Disneyland and thought of this, crazy. And it actually is a great video. I really do enjoy it, and I'm sure you will too. It's brought to you by the History Channel. But how did it all start? Well, it started with one man's dream, an imaginative dream. And it all started with this man, Walt Disney.
He was about creating ever increasingly immersive stories. So he took storybooks and created animated films, and in each of those animated films, he continued to push innovative ways to increase the immersion into those films. So stereo sound, color, feature length.
He always hired the best, and Walt was always pushing them to do more and more and plus it, as they said, plus it in the way that the scenes are done and the way the animation moves, and they did better work than they thought they were capable of.
He may have been an artist, but Disney thought like an engineer. When he wanted to create a greater depth of field in his animated films, and thus a greater sense of realism, he worked with his staff to come up with a solution. In just a few months, they invented and patented a sophisticated animation camera called the multiplane camera.
The individual pieces of artwork are stacked certain distances apart depending how deep you want the scene to look, and the camera is placed above, and the pieces of artwork are moved in towards the camera to simulate the camera panning through dimensional space.
Walt's next leap in storytelling took him out of the animator studio and into a California orange grove. In the early 1940s, as he sat on a dirty park bench and watched his daughters ride a carousel, Walt had an idea.
There should be something built, some kind of an amusement enterprise built where that the parents and the children could have fun together.
He decided to create a place unlike anything the world had ever seen. In 1953, he purchased 160 acres near Anaheim, California, and set about building the world's first theme park. He gathered up some of his most creative talent and dubbed them Imagineers.
On our first television program, we showed you a blueprint for a dream. Well, this is the blueprint, and the dream is Disneyland.
Walt decided early on that the park's various attractions should radiate outward from a convenient central hub. Guests would be drawn to the hub by a dramatic landmark. And given the success of Disney's first feature-length animated film, Snow White, the landmark had to be a castle. This soaring castle would be surrounded by rides themed to Disney movies. Park construction began July 21st, 1954 at a feverish pace.
The early days of the construction of Disneyland seemed sort of like a heartless task. It was nothing but a bunch of orange trees coming down and dirt and bulldozers and chaos and construction equipment and cement trucks. I've never seen so much madness in my life.
The park opened less than 1 year later with all the fanfare Walt Disney could muster. But it was far from his greatest premiere.
It was a disaster. In the first place, Walt could control everything except the weather. And it was one of the hottest days of the year in Anaheim. So the women's spiked heels were sinking into the freshly laid asphalt. They ran out of soft drinks. There were not enough drinking fountains. The rides broke down. Some smart fella counterfeited about 10,000 tickets. And so the place was jammed and it was a mess.
What a fantastic video, and obviously Walt Disney was had a great imagination, and his ideas definitely came to life, and we all know it. We've all been to the resort. We've all seen, what his ideas came to be. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I wish everyone luck with their telephone interview. And again, you can find the telephone interview on Not So Mini Vlog 1.5. And for those of you who already viewed the first vlog that I had this is taking place of, congratulations. That one will no longer be up. However, if you have any comments, anything you want to add about how I can do better for the introduction that I have there in the beginning of this, please let me know. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all soon in my next vlog. Please, questions, everything. I need material. And if you have any Disney news that you want to share, make sure you leave me a comment. I'd love to hear it, and I'll feature it on my next vlog. Until next time, have a magical day.
It's Brittany, bitch.